Did you know that a dying garden can spring back to life with just a few simple steps? Yes, it's possible. Welcome to the magical world of garden revival, where we transform parched patches into lush landscapes. Every garden, regardless of its current state, has the potential to flourish. It's all about knowing the right techniques and applying them effectively. So let's roll up our sleeves and breathe new life into our gardens. Stay tuned as we uncover the secrets to reviving a dying garden. First things first, the soil. It's the lifeblood of your garden. The foundation of any thriving garden rests beneath the surface, in the rich and nurturing cradle of soil. This humble mix of minerals, organic matter, gases, liquids, and countless organisms is the life-sustaining powerhouse that fuels the growth and vitality of your garden. Just as we humans need a balanced diet to stay healthy, plants too require a variety of nutrients to grow and prosper. These nutrients, primarily nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, are naturally found in soil. However, continuous planting can deplete these nutrients, leaving the soil lifeless and barren. But fear not, for soil rejuvenation is within your reach. And it all begins with composting. Composting is nature's way of recycling. It involves decomposing organic materials like leaves, vegetable scraps, and yard waste into a nutrient-rich soil conditioner. This black gold, as gardeners affectionately call it, enhances soil structure, improves drainage, and provides a smorgasbord of nutrients for your plants. But let's not forget about the tiny, unseen heroes in our soil, the microorganisms. These microscopic creatures break down organic matter, transforming it into available nutrients for your plants. Feeding these microorganisms is crucial, and that's where cover crops come into play. Cover crops such as clover or rye are planted not to harvest but to nourish the soil. They protect the soil surface, reduce erosion, and when dug back into the soil they decompose, providing a feast for our microbial friends. Another ace up the gardener's sleeve is organic mulch. Mulch is a protective layer spread on top of the soil to conserve moisture, suppress weeds, and gradually improve soil fertility. Wood chips, straw, or compost make excellent mulch materials. In essence, soil rejuvenation is about giving back to the soil what has been taken from it. It's about fostering a healthy soil ecosystem that can sustain plant life and promote a vibrant, blooming garden. So the next time you look at your garden, remember this. Beneath your feet lies a world teeming with life, a world that holds the key to your garden's revival. Remember, healthy soil equals healthy plants. Now let's dive into watering, a crucial element that can make or break your garden revival. Watering, my dear friends, is more than just turning on a hose. It's about understanding the needs of your plants and providing them with the right amount, at the right time. It's about balance. Too much water and you'll drown your plants. Too little and they'll dry up. It's a delicate dance, a dance that every gardener must learn to master. Let's start with the basics. When do you water your plants? The best time is early in the morning before the heat of the day. This allows the water to soak into the soil and reach the roots, without quickly evaporating in the heat. If morning isn't possible, late afternoon or early evening is your next best bet. But remember, don't water in the heat of the day. You'll lose most of your water to evaporation and it can even damage your plants. Now, how much water do you give them? This depends on the type of plant, the soil, and the weather. As a rule of thumb, most plants like their soil to be as moist as a wrung-out sponge, not soaking wet but not dry either. If you're unsure, push your finger into the soil. If it's dry 2 inches down, it's time to water. But here's a trick. Instead of watering a little bit every day, water deeply less often. This encourages your plants to grow deeper roots, making them more resilient in the face of drought. And what about rain? Don't assume that just because it's raining your plants are getting all the water they need. Sometimes a quick shower won't penetrate the soil deep enough to reach the roots. So, even on rainy days, keep an eye on your soil. Watering your garden is an art, not a science. It requires observation, intuition, and a willingness to get your hands dirty. But get it right and you'll be rewarded with a lush, thriving garden. Water wisely and you'll see your garden thrive. Next up, pruning. It's not just about cutting back, it's about encouraging growth. Pruning is an art, the art of letting go. It is about discerning what is essential for your plant's well-being and what is not. It's about understanding that sometimes less truly is more. Now, this might seem counterintuitive, but pruning is actually a way of promoting healthier growth and better yields. Imagine your garden as a bustling city. Just like how a city thrives when it's well organized, your garden thrives when it's well pruned. Pruning helps direct the energy of the plant towards the growth that matters. It's like creating a roadmap for your plants, guiding them towards a healthier, more fruitful existence. So when should you prune? Generally, the best time to prune most plants is late winter or early spring, just before the new growth starts. This is when the plants are dormant, reducing the risk of disease transmission. However, remember, this is a general guideline and specific plants may have different requirements. But how do you go about pruning? Well, first you need to identify the dead or diseased branches. These are the ones that are holding your plants back. Cut these branches off at the base, making sure not to leave any stubs. Stubs can invite disease, and we certainly don't want that. Next, look for any branches that are growing inwards or are crossing over other branches. These are creating unnecessary competition for space and resources, so they need to go. Cut them off at the point where they join the rest of the plant. Finally, don't be afraid to prune back healthy branches to maintain the shape of the plant. Remember, pruning is not just about removing the bad, but also about guiding the good. With pruning, it's essential to be mindful and intentional. Each cut is a decision, a message to your plant about where it should focus its energy. So prune with purpose and your garden will thank you. Prune with purpose and your garden will thank you. Moving on to an essential aspect of garden care, pest control. This is a battle every gardener must face. But fear not, there are a myriad of strategies to safeguard your garden from those pesky invaders. Firstly, we delve into the world of organic pest control. These methods are perfect for those seeking eco-friendly solutions. One such method is companion planting. This is the art of grouping plants that naturally deter pests. For instance, basil wards off mosquitoes and flies, while marigolds deter nematodes and rabbits. Another organic method is the use of beneficial insects. Yes, not all bugs are villains in our garden story. Ladybugs, lacewings, and certain types of wasps are natural predators of harmful garden pests. By attracting these helpful creatures, you create a natural defense mechanism in your garden. Now let's shift our focus to non-organic methods. One effective strategy is the use of pest repellents and pesticides. These come in various forms, from sprays to granules, and can provide a strong line of defense. However, remember to use them sparingly and responsibly to avoid harming beneficial insects and the environment. Traps are another non-organic method. These can be particularly effective for larger pests like slugs and snails. Beer traps, for instance, are an old gardener's trick for luring and trapping these slimy intruders. Finally, let's not forget the power of regular garden maintenance and pest control. Routine activities like weeding, pruning, and proper waste disposal can drastically reduce pest populations. By maintaining a clean and healthy garden, you create an environment where pests simply don't want to be. And there you have it, a variety of strategies to defend your garden. Whether you choose organic or non-organic methods, the key is to be vigilant and proactive. Remember, your garden is your sanctuary, and with the right strategies, you can keep it safe from harmful pests. With effective pest control, your garden becomes a fortress, a thriving oasis that stands strong against any invader. So, gear up and get ready to defend your garden. After all, every flourishing garden is a testament to a gardener's resilience in the face of adversity. Let's talk about plant nutrition, the food for your green friends. Much like us, plants need a balanced diet to grow strong and healthy. But what does a plant's balanced diet look like? It's a mix of macronutrients and micronutrients absorbed from the soil and air. Macronutrients, including nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, are consumed in large quantities. Nitrogen promotes leafy growth, while phosphorus is crucial for root development and flowering. Potassium helps with overall plant health and disease resistance. Then we have micronutrients like iron, zinc, and copper, needed in smaller amounts but are just as vital. They play roles in various biochemical reactions within the plant. How do we ensure our plants get these nutrients? One way is through composting, an eco-friendly method that enriches your soil with organic matter. Kitchen scraps, lawn clippings, and leaves can all go into your compost pile. Over time, they break down into nutrient-rich compost, providing a buffet of essential nutrients for your plants. Another way is to use organic or synthetic fertilizers. Remember, each plant has different nutrient needs, so it's important to choose a fertilizer that aligns with your plant's requirements, and always follow the recommended dosage. Over-fertilization can be harmful to both your plants and the environment. In a nutshell, plant nutrition is all about balance. Providing the right nutrients in the right amounts will keep your garden thriving. Feed your plants well, and they'll reward you with lush growth. As we wrap up, let's recap the secrets of garden revival. Remember, the foundation of life is soil rejuvenation, a process that brings vitality back into the ground. The elixir of life is proper watering. It's all about balance, not too much, not too little. The art of letting go involves timely pruning, while the defenders of your garden are natural pest control methods. And lastly, feeding the green is all about proper plant nutrition. Transform your garden from dying to thriving and witness the magic of garden revival.